On a Friday, as the school day is coming to an end and you're counting the seconds till the weekend, the unthinkable occurs. You're walking out of the bathroom when shots echo through the hallway. Your body goes completely numb trying to decide what to do next. All you can think of is to run. As you race towards somewhere safe, you spot a student on the floor screaming in pain. You run over trying to calm her down, but the question that runs through your mind staring into her helpless eyes is, what do I do next?
Recent events, like the Parkland school shooting and the California bar shooting, have filled our TV screens and caused many debates on gun violence and mental health, but none have really taken the time to educate the public on how to react and respond when tasked with the situation. Many of these cases, wounded civilians are unable to get out of the location they are in or rescued by medical professionals due to the direct threat inside.
Did you know it takes a human 2 to 3 minutes to bleed out and die from a major artery? And bleeding is the #1 cause of traumatic death in the United States. If we can get the bleeding under control, we can stop the deaths. Today, there you are. Natalie and I will be educating the public on how to stop the bleed in various parts of the body using the materials that are readily available to you. We will be focusing on 3 different techniques to control and stop the bleeding, including pressure dressings, packing, and a tourniquet. And now we will take it to Dr. Natalie's office to teach you about these 3 different techniques.
Thanks, Abby. Now you might think we need all this doctor stuff to save a life, but in reality, we really only need what's in here. Pencils, papers, folders can all be used to save a life and stop the bleed. A pressure dressing is the universal way to stop the bleeding. You can use anything from paper towels, the shirt that you might be wearing, tissues, or paper. And basically, you just apply firm pressure directly to the injured area until it slows down or stops the bleeding. For more open and exposed wounds that are very deep and are not wounds to the chest, abdomen, or pelvis, packing would be the most effective way to control the bleeding. For a deep wound like this, where you can see the gap and almost see the bone, you would use materials like t-shirts, paper towels, or tissues to stuff the wound full, like so, until it is completely covered and you can see it over the top. And then you would take another cloth-like material and apply direct pressure on top of it to hopefully stop and control the bleeding. For wounds to the extremities, like your arms or your legs, a tourniquet is suggested for use to control and stop the bleeding. You can use a cloth-like material like a t-shirt or a belt. Find the wound, go 2 fingers directly above it, tie it tightly. Then find a pen, pencil, marker, anything like this. Tie the tourniquet again around the wound and turn counterclockwise tightly to cut off the circulation to the extremity. This should slow down and stop the bleeding in order for it to stay under control and for your person to stay alive. Now back to you, Abby.
Oh, welcome back. When put in a life-threatening situation, the general public should be able to perform these methods correctly to prevent further damage. Although these techniques sound scary and difficult to perform, they can be easily learned and applied to any situation. With these basic life-saving skills,
Anyone can be a doctor.
so the real question is, what can you do?